I mean, you know, we know one or two of their songs, never listen to their album. Tier 5, if they're a veteran, that means they're on their last leg. Okay? Before they have to, get that CDL, they're a great addition because they got yo, let me perform my one dope hit, or I got 3 hits from back in 20. Like, with all due respect, Tier 5, a good example of that is Fetty Wap. Respectfully. I hope you understand what I'm saying. I'm not trying to diss Fetty because I love Fetty. But yeah, Tier 5, Fetty. Tier 6, just head on. I don't even want to call a nigga name. It's kaput. Out of here. Out of here. YouTube is down. No. What happened to YouTube? It's down and came back up. Give me a second. I'm trying to figure out what happened to YouTube. Okay, it is coming back. I'm not too sure what happened. Okay. All right. Does everyone agree with that? Does that make sense? So if we go back off of that, right? So that's the criteria. And we go back to it, tier 1 would still be Drake. Tier 2, remember, tier 2 is you could have a solo tour, you're going to sell over at 165. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So everyone I mentioned is in there. Now, the only thing I would say, 2 artists. Well, only one artist. So, YoungBoy, I believe YoungBoy's range is probably 125 on the first week. I think Cardi, if he comes back, he could do a still 150 first week. I think YoungBoy would be the lowest selling first week in tier 2, but because of his tour, he has one of the strongest tours in tier 2. So remember, in this tier 2 shit right here, I'm adding Future, YoungBoy, and Cardi. Future, YoungBoy, Cardi. I think Cardi could sell over 150, and he always goes on tours. By the way, he just got announced to headline Complex Con. Again, most of these festivals are Cardi cons or Cardi festivals. Like, he's always going to be great touring. Kendrick did the Grand National Tour. That was good. J. Cole always got those, losers who go up to his fucking tour dates. If you want to hear how third place feels, he always got like a good arena size full of people to go hear that shit. Travis is just, I think Travis at some point is going to do stadium. I think after his next album, stadiums. Yeah, I think he can. Travis Scott's a live show killer. Even without the finesse, I know he always does the finesse where he acts like he sold 500,000. Even if he didn't do the finesse, he'd be able to sell like 200,000. So he'll be fine. So he's on that list. And Kanye is just Kanye. Like, we don't even have to talk about Kanye stats. He's definitely there. Future is going to be pushing close to 200. Cardi at least 150, 160. And he's doing tours. And then YoungBoy, probably one of the best, heralded tours in here compares to spending, how much he has to spend, and what he takes home. Right? That's another thing people don't realize about YoungBoy's tour. Grossed $80 million, and his overhead is not as much as most of these other people's tour. Tier 3, keep Savage, keep Uzi, keep Baby, keep Thug. Even though I would probably say I'm being a little bit generous to Thug. I think Thug is about to be a tier 4 artist. Thug can't sell no records. And if Baby, if I didn't still think he had some pulling power for a tour, I'd put him tier 4 too. Honestly. But I still think that if he does a tour, he could almost sell it out, and you could do an arena damn near if he got a song. You get what I'm saying? Young Thug, by the way, both of them flopped last time they dropped. But Baby, I still think, he's been putting in effort on the touring circuit. Young Thug, we've been waiting to see if he could do a tour. He can't sell records. He can't make a hit. He can't tour. I'm just putting him at tier 3 for the namesake. A Boogie, I feel like A Boogie has been inactive. And that alone, we got to take him out of there. Roddy Ricch, to me, I feel the same about him as I feel about Boogie. Feels inactive, or maybe I'm just not paying attention. Remove him. Gunna, solid tier 3 artist, if you ask me. Solid. Lil Tecca to me is a tier 3 artist, even though he hasn't graduated yet. He hasn't graduated yet to an arena. Like, we haven't seen, even like a Tecca and Friends, we haven't seen that, but he does solid numbers by himself. He's consistent. One of the youngest guys on here. He seems to be getting better with time. So I'm going to put him in tier 3. Tier 4, I'm keeping TJ there. I'm keeping NLE Choppa there. Makes no sense to talk about Wyndham and Melly. He wasn't free at that time, but his wave was still going. He's been incarcerated for damn near 7-8 years now, so. But yeah. Anyway.